Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Part 2. Now in part 1 we roughed this little disc here, but I think you remember I can't get my pipe expander through this hole to stretch it anymore, so we're going to turn a little mandrel from this bit of shaft here. It needs to be 1.5 inch internal diameter. What I think I'm going to do is use this, relieve it a bit more, counterbore it a bit more just to give that metal somewhere to go, and then put a pilot diameter down the middle and probably put a bit of taper on the shaft here. Maybe not a bullet shape, but a pilot, then a taper, then a straight section to go, well, to be pressed right through. Kind of like 2/2 of a die, but it's a bit crude. Will it work? It's anybody's guess. Let's do it. Alright, I got my squeaky boring bar. I'm still gonna bore this hole to the size of the hole in the disc at the moment, and that will be my sort of pilot diameter. And then once I get through here, focus you, here we go. Once I get through here, we'll be sort of getting there. Alright, so I just took a cut off this bar. I want to get to inch 175 with that, and I've got inch 325. Oh, maths again. 150. I'm going to take 75 and 75, see what happens. Not a precise diameter, verniers is good enough. Incidentally, I found this lovely nice giant set of verniers. I think they're 12, maybe even bigger. Car boot sale. They've been dropped and knocked around a bit, but I'm going to restore them a little bit. I think they'll be usable. The internal diameter is no good. It's been dropped on its points, as they often are. Anyway, we're near enough there. I'm going to do this taper. Not too shallow. We'll try it. Okay, I've swung my compound around this way because the tailstock's in the way of it going the other way, and I'm going to cut a taper here to sort of try and expand the hole. I'm just guessing. I'm trying to keep it fairly short because I might run out of travel before I foul on the pilot diameter of the bore, you know. So I'll keep it fairly short initially. We can adjust it if need be, if it's too hard work pressing. So here goes. Alright, we're over at the press, and my idea is to put this here, put this on top of it. It should centre itself because of the folded edge. This should centre itself because of the pilot bore. And if this press is man enough, I'm just trying to get everything straight here. That looks pretty good. If this press is man enough, I'm just going to go for it. It should work. I need both hands, so I've got to move the camera. Alright, that's not too bad. I have a concern that it may pop up when I do this, but we'll try. Ah, no, that's not too bad, but it feels like I've hit rock bottom, as it were. So it's not going to go any further. I'm going to take some more material out of the female part of the die, I think. Alright, so I've machined a little more clearance in here. And I'm just going to give it another go. I'm thinking I might have to change the angle of my taper a little bit. Give it a bit more, a bit more power, a bit more ramp angle, mechanical advantage, whatever you call it. Yeah, this is tough. So I don't think I've fouled anywhere. I can't see any marks here. I think the problem is, let's have one more go. No, that's not going anywhere. Need a slight change of plan, I think. Right, I've made the taper longer, given it a bit of a polish. I'm probably going to put a bit of lube on it this time as well. That never did any harm. So just going to grab an oil can. Thinking if I don't, because I've now effectively made the whole thing longer, if I don't run out of clearance again, this might work. So I'll be back in a minute with the oil can when I can find it. And here we go. We'll put a bit of liquid love on that. Just see. Just jiggle it around a bit. Straighten her up. And have another little push. Ah, yeah, that's going, but I think I've fouled again, so I'll bring you back in a minute. Yeah, I can see the line on there where the focus tube, where the aluminium's rubbed on the steel there of the die. So a little bit more relieving inside the die. I'll go and do that. Just there, yeah, I can see where it's kind of touched it. So I'll go and relieve that, like so. We'll build up the setup again, and this time straighten her up. Oh yeah, oh, I like that. That's much more like it. Now I don't know whether this will ever come off here. It's going to be like one of those snap washer things that tries to bind up as you pull it the other way, but let's give it a little tappy tap tap. Yeah, it's coming. There we go. No problem at all. That's what we got, which is not too bad actually. Reasonably happy with that. Okay, next challenge is, that's the end I made off camera. I've had the sheet rolled. Next door, I don't have a set of rolls yet. I really need a set very badly. I've put a lot of speed tacks up the seam there. Doesn't look pretty on camera. This end's tapped in. I'm going to tap it down to its proper position and just hacksaw it off. I'm going really fast there. I think customers would love it if I worked this speed all the time. But anyway, the next challenge, as I'm saying, is having done that, having learned what we learned about pressing a straight hole in a piece of sheet, the next challenge is to make one here, but it's got to be on a curved surface at an angle. So that's going to be for the next video. That's going to involve, I think, an interesting bit of machining. I've got a plan for it now, knowing what we know, but that's for another time. Thanks for watching. Good night.